Hi friends, in the previous tutorial we discussed about class, objects and its methods. We also understood instance variables which are used for data that is unique for each instance. So you can say instance variables are those variables which are set using self-expression inside a method of a class. In this tutorial we will discuss about class variables. So, unlike instance variables which are unique to each object or instance, class variables are shared among all instances of a class. So here in this example you can see that details of an employee like name, age, salary, state and country can be unique to each employee. But there may be some scenarios where you may need variables which should be common to all instances of a class. Can you think of any variable like this? For employees of any organization, organization name can be that variable, which will be common among all employees. But let's take a more intuitive use case. Suppose due to a pandemic, the organization faces loss of revenue and decides to cut 10% salary of all employees. How the developers will write a logic for this problem? Let's write a method which will provide salary after 10% deduction for each employee. Here for each instance of the class. By default, we will pass self variable as an argument. And now let's write logic to deduct salary. This expression will provide 10% deduction in salary. Now let's check salary of first instance EMP1 before deduction. Let me run this piece of code. Now we can delete it. Let's delete this also. Now let's call the deduct underscore salary method. Let me run this code. Now if you check again the salary of first instance, you can observe the difference. Similarly, you can do this exercise for second instance as well. So you can say if the deduction is common for all employees, then it can be a right candidate for class variable. Let's take it as a class variable and let me initialize it inside class but outside all methods. Now let me directly pass this variable here. Now if you run this code, it throws an error. Variable deduction amount is not defined. But you see, we have already defined this variable here. Can you guess the reason why this error is there? This is because we have not passed this variable properly to this method. Because it is a class variable, can we access it using class signature? Let's try that. Now let's run this code again. It works well. This is one way of accessing a class variable. We have already understood that a class variable is also common to all its instances. So can we access it using self-expression? Let's try that also. If I run this piece of code again, this also throws no error. So guys, that's how you can access a class variable inside a method. Let's check it this way. Now let me delete few cells for better visualization. Now if I run this cell, you get same output. You see we have accessed this class variable using class name and both the instances. But if you check namespace of employee1, you see it does not have deduction amount as a variable. But if you check for class employee, you can find it here. So now you must be having a question that when instance namespace does not contain this variable, then how could we access it here? Well, I missed to show you deduction amount for EMP2, but if you replace this by 2 and rerun the code, you can see no change. So we were discussing how could we access a class variable using an instance when we cannot find the reference for that class variable inside namespace of that instance. Well, the point here is when you access a class variable from an instance, first it checks whether the instance holds that variable. If not, then it will see the class that it inherits from contains that variable. That's why you can access a class variable using both class and its objects. Now we can remove few cells. Now let's understand another use case of class variable. After hearing the news of 10% deduction, employee union goes for strike. And let's assume that there are two options available with top leadership. One is that they can revise the salary deduction and settle at say 5% deduction for all employees. Now, how can they do this in logic? They can change the value of deduction amount from 0.9 to 0.95. Let's do that. Now we can call this method deduct underscore salary. Now let's check the salary of employee 1 after deduction. Now if you run this code, you see the 5% deduction for all employees. Wow, we have successfully implemented the agreement between top management and all employees. Now let's think about another option. If the top management is not very innocent but decides to play politics with its employees, it can call the employee union head privately and can give him an offer that if he pulls the strike back, he will not face any deduction, but he will get a raise of 10% and all other employees will face the same deduction. Now, how we can bring this into code? Let's assume that instance EMP1 is the head of employee union, and now if you initialize deduction amount for EMP1 like this, and run the code again, now we will have to again initialize the employee object because the value of salary for employee 1 is already updated. Let's run this. Here you can notice the raised amount. Do not worry about this representation of number as of now. We will take a separate lecture to understand this concept. So here you saw that we can access this variable using both class and its instance. But if you think that the value of this class variable can change at some point of time for few instances, then it's a nice idea to have self-expression here. Now let's take an example where it will not make any sense to use self-expression here. Number of employees in any organization will be same for all instances of class employee. So let's create a class variable number of employee and initialize it with 0. Now, every time an employee is hired, let's increment this variable by 1. We can do this inside init method. Since init method is invoked every time a new object is created. Let's do this. Here you can see it is appropriate to use this variable using class because we cannot think of any situation for which number of employees will be different for any instance. If I run this code, now let me access this variable here. Let's put same code here also. If we run this code, it shows 0 initially, but later it shows 3 because we have instantiated 3 objects from this class. Well friends, I think we can stop here for this tutorial. Hope now you would have understood instance variables and class variables and difference between them. Now you must be thinking, if we have class variables, then do we have class methods in Python? Yes, we do have class methods here. In the next tutorial, we will discuss about property decorators, getters, setters and deleters in Python, which will set foundation for our upcoming lecture on static methods and class methods. Thanks for watching the tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know down in the comment section. If you have not subscribed our channel, please do it right now and press the bell icon to get a notification the moment we upload a new tutorial.